This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Arizona. This is Brother Mike. Phoenix, back on the radio. Welcome to 1010 AM Christian Radio. Welcome to HardcoreChristianity.com. Welcome to the Arizona Deliverance Center. Thank you for tuning in today, today's Bible study. The Veterans Administration, Orgies Central. Welcome to Filthy Fridays on Hardcore. Please do not call anybody and tell them this radio show's on. This one's a bit too much today. A little bit over the edge. Let's keep this within the family. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center, downtown Phoenix, 15th Avenue, just south of Osborne. It's a red brick building. HardcoreChristianity.com is a website. You can go there and see all of our ministry services. We have live services to Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock. Zoom services for healing and deliverance, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday nights for the ladies at 6:30. Wednesday and Saturday are at 6 p.m. for everybody. We have our monthly children's deliverance and healing service, the first Saturday of every month at 10 o'clock in the morning, preteens only. My Sunday morning podcast is at 9 o'clock for my shut-ins. Twitch.tv. If you send me an email, Mike at Hardcore Christianity, I'll mail you the code and the passwords for all of our services. You can call me, 602-636-5800. Do you need to see a counselor and you don't have any money and you're a Christian? No problemo. Give me a call, 602-636-5800. I'll put you on the counseling schedule. Thank you for all your donations in 2024. It was a fantastic year. We are so grateful. You heard about the scandal already, the Veterans Administration in Tennessee. This is hard to believe. You think you've heard it all, and then something else comes along, and you go, wow, I never heard that before. Paul predicted it, of course. He sent a letter to Timothy, the powerful man of God. He was a young man of God, just starting his ministry. Had a tremendous anointing, and Paul says to him in chapter 2, 2 Timothy 2:22, 2 Timothy 2:22. Flee youthful lusts. Follow righteousness. Follow faith. Follow love. Follow peace. And follow those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Flee, Greek word fugo, run. Run away from youthful lusts. Why do you say youthful? Because that's when your lusts are at their peak, when you're young. When you become an old man, they diminish. I know because I was young and now I am old. Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Paul tells the church, mortify your members on the earth. Mortify, Greek word nekrao, where we get our English word necrosis. Nekrao means to execute, to shoot, to murder, to kill. Your members, Greek word melos, body parts. Mortify, kill your body parts which are on the earth, which leads to sinning. What sin? Paul says it right here. Fornication, Greek word porneia, any form of sexual sin. That includes adultery. Uncleanness, akarthasia, means moral impurity. He said inordinate affection. Okay? Pathos is the Greek word. It means inappropriate affections or passions. Mortify evil concupiscence. That's the Greek word epithemia. It means uncontrollable lustful desires. Mortify covetousness, which is actually idolatry. Now, obviously, the worst one on that list is covetousness. Pleonexia is a Greek word. It means to crave or passionately desire something you don't have that is someone else's. Emphasizing money and materialism is the same as idolatry. It's the same as idolatry. Lust and sexual perversion, transgenderism, homosexuality, pride, drag queens, everything. Sexual perversion is sweeping our schools, sweeping our country from one end of the country to the other. It's absolutely awful. There are sexual sins everywhere. Las Vegas, New Orleans, San Francisco. Horrible cities of staggering lust and greed. Satan in command of America, in total command. Well, this scandal that came out of the VA in Tennessee is absolutely amazing. You heard about it on the news, I would think. The VA hospital in Tennessee, if you can believe it, got caught with systemic sexual perversion in the system. They were actually having group sex and orgies while at work at the VA. Mountain Home VA Medical Center, also known as James H. Quinlan VA Medical Center, got caught having orgies at work. One of the employees at that hospital, he was in the biomed lab, had sexual intercourse with 32 different women at work. And, believe it or not, many of the women were bragging about it to other co-workers at work and online. Believe it or not, they have a special government communications portal that only VA employees and officials can access, and they were bragging about it on their special VA portal. You believe that? They were bragging about it. When the scandal broke, immediately 2 employees confessed. 12 other staffers also had separate orgies. So apparently they had main orgies, and then special groups splintered off from that to have smaller orgies. And of course, this incredible scenario could only start at the top. There's no way this thing could happen if management wasn't involved in it and didn't know about it. Right after the scandal broke, 4 employees out of the biomed lab instantly quit. They all turned in their resignations, including the facility director. The guy's name was Dean Borsis. Dean Borsis, sex addict addicted to orgies at work, he also resigned and told officials that the orgies started clear back in 2020 when COVID started. Major scandal hit the House. The House Committee on Veteran Affairs started to hold hearings. They sent a letter to the VA Secretary General Dennis McDonough, and they asked him to look into the scandal first. However, he covered it up. Nobody heard anything. And so the House decided to take separate action. And they're currently documenting the extent of this satanic insanity at the VA hospital. You will remember back in Phoenix 10 years ago, a major scandal broke out. The VA is downtown Phoenix on Indian School there, you remember? Major scandal broke out. Veterans were being placed on separate secret lists who were dying, and they put them on these lists to stall their medical appointments so the patients would die. They were deliberately killing them so they wouldn't have to treat them and take up a spot from another patient. They were terminally ill and they didn't want to help them. The VA orgies came to light because of a series of whistleblowers contacted the House committee telling them about orgies, sexual harassment, sexual assault, inappropriate interpersonal relationships, management, affairs with employees and management. Management knew all about it. The employees knew all about it. Nobody said anything. Everybody kept it secret. That's what happened at the VA in Phoenix. They instituted special provisions to the VA in Phoenix. Did you know that was 10 years ago? Can you believe it? It was never fixed. The service at the VA hospital now is terrible. Remember the scandal that broke out in 2019 at the VA? Yeah, they did an audit and found that the transportation department of the VA had lost $223 million in wasteful spending. A whistleblower alerted the Office of Special Counsel, and that scandal broke out in 2019. That was after the 2014 Phoenix VA scandal. All scandals either involve money or sex. And those are the two main areas Satan focuses on. And Paul warned about it to the Colossian church. Couldn't have been any clearer, chapter 3. He warned Timothy about it for his ministry and told him to run from youthful lusts and to follow righteousness and faith and love and peace and hang around people who call upon the Lord out of a pure heart. That's what Paul told Timothy. That's what's not happening in our churches today. Our churches are full of financial scandals and sex scandals, people having affairs, pedophilia, homosexuality. If you have these demons that cause lust, you can be free. 602-636-5800. Please call now. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.